What's going on, Super Friends? If I sound very frustrated, it's because at this point I am. It's because A, I'm sick. B, and I'm sorry if this is an aggressive video. I'm really excited to bring you this video, but I'm just having all sorts of trouble right now because I've recorded this 4 different times. 4 different reasons I had to erase it, and this is attempt number 4. Excuse me. 3 different times I've had to erase it. This is attempt number 4. So if it doesn't work now, I'm just not gonna do it at all. Like I'm done. So we're gonna try this one more time. Here we go. Scarecrow video. For those of you who don't know, Scarecrow is a brilliant psychologist turned supervillain who fights Batman in Gotham City, specializing in techniques and chemicals that manipulate fear. Jonathan Crane was originally a well-respected professor, although he lost credibility when he obsessively took his experiments too far and descended into madness. He spends most of his time in Arkham Asylum and has been a member of the Injustice League, Justice Gang, Secret Society of Supervillains, and the Sinestro Corps. Scarecrow was created by Bill Finger and Bob Kane, first appearing in World's Finest number 3, 1941. Alright. Sorry if I sound frustrated. I'm just sick of reading the same stuff over and over again. There we go. Let's brighten this up. Excuse me. Goodness. You know what? That's fine. Alright, so I like Scarecrow. I've always enjoyed the idea of fear being implemented. I like the idea of him being in the Sinestro Corps because those two just fit. He's obsessed with fear. That's what the Sinestro Corps is all about. Is instilling fear in people. So it's really a match made in comic book heaven. Now, I like his design a couple places. I like his design in the online game, DC Universe Online. And I like his design in the Arkham Knight game, where he has the syringes on his hands that inject the fear toxin, and he has the stitches on the mouth with the gas mask type deal in the hood. I really like it. So, in this game, one thing that bothered me when I saw the Scarecrow design is that Scarecrow is a human, so I want to know how he looks like this. I wondered why he looks like this. Even in the movies that Scarecrow is in, fear toxin is the reason that he is seen in a creepy fashion. But they actually answered that. You see the human Scarecrow open up a can of fear toxin, and he walks through the fear toxin, and that's why you're seeing him like this, is because the opponent is succumbing to the effects of the fear toxin, and so you see this monstrous version of Scarecrow that we have. His design here has the sickle on a hook, or the sickle on a chain. Sickle on a hook. The sickle on a chain, with the lanky arms and legs, the feathers sticking out of him, the crow feathers, the noose around the neck. You have the sort of bag-looking head, the potato sack looking head that's torn for a mouth and has holes for the eyes that are glowing orange. One fun fact about him is Ichabod Crane is where he gets there's a lot of influence there. That's where the lankiness of Scarecrow, the surname of Scarecrow, Jonathan Crane, Ichabod Crane. There's a lot of influence there. So I'm going to watch this video and I'm going to talk about it, hopefully. Alright, so immediately I'm going to pause because you see that he is leaking fear toxin, he is leaking the fear gas, and you immediately see that his combos implement his hook, I don't know if there's a proper name for the hook, but the hook on the chain. So he's a very at length. The uppercut with the hook, and it swings overhead for really long distance. It's a really long distance overhead. And the video's not keeping up for the speed or whatever, and I'm not sure why it keeps stopping. But I'm gonna talk through it. Darn it. So you have it looks really nice visually. The hook with the gas and all this stuff looks really nice visually. Wow. Okay, so we're getting a lot of combos with the hooks going on, as usual. Like, there's a combo where he smacks and hooks the chain over the back of the neck and slams you down. There's a jump over. There's a jump over. They're showing off right now. They're showing off the. Is my definition too high? Like, what's going on here? I need to turn you down some? Jeez. I don't know what's going on to make it as slow as it is, but we're trying this and seeing if this works. Alright, so immediately again, there's a lot of downing combos in this one. There's a move where he does the 2 footsteps, and the 2 foot stomps, and it stomps you down. He does an overhead, and then a back up with the hook that does really good damage. Can be a meter burn for a pop up. Let's see. Oh, he does a diving headbutt. I'm loving that. I love the diving headbutt. For those of you who know how I love characters, I love headbutts. If it was up to me, every character in the game would have a headbutt of a variety or 2. There is an arching shot with the hook. Scarecrow is very hook heavy, just like Swamp Thing is very hammer whatever thing he has heavy. His grab spins you backwards, locks the hook or jams the hook into your shoulder and slams you down. So and then we see the overhead chain move where he spins the chain over his head. It's very good for getting in, and it's very good for it's a very good escape. It's a very good get in close move. It can be meter burn for pop up potential. And what I'm wondering with this move, what I'm wondering with this move is if we're going to be able to see we're going to be able to see you pop up into another chain. That's what I'm wondering. I don't think it's ever outrightly stated in the video whether we're going to be able to see that or not, so I feel like that would be interesting. The move where he does his fear gas, they're calling it fear puke. You can do a short burst, or you can hold it down for a long burst. He does an actual burst of the fear gas where he just sort of Kamehame fear gas. It's really nice. It's really nice. I love how he can do it in the air too. The fear burst. There's a lot of implementing of the fear gas. He can do a long range move where he throws the chain and pulls you. It hooks your hip and pulls you in. It pulls you closer. It can be a good combo ender. And then it can be meter burn, and he pulls you into a dose of the fear puke. So that's going to be very interesting, and it's going to help. He has a fear teleport where he dives, where he becomes he disappears into a cloud of the fear gas. So just a lot of good implementing of the fear gas, and a lot of good implementing of the hook that he has there. He has the longest range overhead and sweep of the game, they said. And then he has let's see. He has lots of good potential for. They're showing some good combos you can do with the teleport, where you can smack teleport and then just teleport behind him. That's really nice. His grab, you actually see the human version of Johnathan Crane, and they grab the limbs and sort of do this wishbone deal. They grab an arm and a leg, and it looks like they're pulling the knees and shoulders out of socket. It's really sick. really nice. He does he jams the hook into the ground, which is like an overhead jam. It's really cool. I always think it would have been cool if they threw the hook up and it can catch the opponent. Like he throws it off the screen and it comes down and sort of hooks him. I think that'd be interesting. I believe they're talking about his character power. You can, whenever you jam the hook into the ground, you can kick it for a longer damage. Like you can kick it and it like goes across the screen. It's really nice. Again, that looks like it'd be a really good combo starter, maybe combo ender. It's pretty sick looking. Oh, he does an arching fear gas. He does an arching fear toxin shield, like a fear gas shield, where he throws his arm up and you see this wave of fear gas, and that stops projectiles. You can meter burn it to actually launch a line of the fear gas, like a fear gas trimmer, kind of going across the ground there. All right, let's see. He moves really weird. He moves really cool. He moves sort of lanky and creepy, but that's what you want out of Scarecrow, is creepy, because that's what Scarecrow is all about, is creepy. It's really interesting. His character power is his meter. You activate it, and the closer you get to your opponent, it builds up, because as it does damage with the fear toxin that's coming off of you, it's building that meter. So any move you do with the fear toxin, or any move you do that implements the fear toxin, builds that meter up. And once you have full meter, what it is a full length ground pound that stuns the opponent for combo potential. So it's a very useful ability. I enjoy the aspect of gaining fear toxin for a giant, and I like that you can use any fear toxin move to build up that meter. It doesn't have to be just the standing next to your opponent when you're leaking fear toxin. That really makes things a little easier. So that's going to require some mix-ups on the opponent's end, because you never know when whoever's using Scarecrow, you don't know when they're going to be able to get this fear. You don't know when they're going to be able to get, when they have the ground pound from their super, or from their character power. Excuse me. You don't know when they're going to use it, or if they're going to use it. It's a very like oh no type of thing. So I'm really excited for Scarecrow, because he looks like a fun character. He looks like everything I would want in a Scarecrow character. I just hope that there are some costume elements from previous games, like maybe Sinestro Corps outfit, or maybe a Batman Arkham Knight version. That would be amazing. So there's just a lot. There's a lot you can do with him. Chain, fear gas. His character power can create a lot of setups, and there's just so much niceness you can do with and it shows in the background a tree falls through the I know that's a little thing. Sorry, excuse me. They're showing his super where he opens up a portal and bats fly out of it. He drags you into the fear zone, is what I'm calling it. And then actually throws the opponent, hooks them, smashes them onto either side, and then throws them into a grave of sorts. Throws them into a grave with their name on it. I like that, because we had last game, Mortal Kombat X, we had bullets with a name on it from Aaron Black, and now we're getting sort of that same thing here. Let's see. There is a stage interactable that I don't know if I talked about. It's a bear trap, but it can only be done by gadget characters, not power characters. So Scarecrow can't use it, but it's a bear trap that can hook the opponent. They can actually latch onto the opponent's foot, and it's like a standing stun type of move. It's very fun, very interesting, And now they're showing off some of his gear, and this one looks really nice. There's bones all over it. There's it's the bones of his victims, and there's a horse on the shoulder. There's a horse skull on the shoulder with a giant bird skull on his arm, and the hook has bones on it. It's very, very cool looking. And the head cannon for 16-bit, he actually said that that's Batman's horse. That Scarecrow killed Batman's horse and took its skull, but that's not official. One of his gear moves he gets is a projectile of crows, a murder of crows, if you will. You can do a fast one, or you can meter burn it for a bigger one that does bigger damage, but it goes a little bit slower. So that's gonna be something fun to get on my Scarecrow there. And I'm looking forward to unlocking a lot for Scarecrow. So we're gonna see what exactly you can get. Like I'm looking forward to every character that I like, which sounds dumb, but what we've seen is not all that they've got, which is awesome. There's a lot of gear moves that we haven't seen. There's a lot of gear pieces that we haven't seen. So it's going to be interesting to see what we can add and what they get. And who knows, maybe the throwing the hook off the screen and hooking the opponent is a gear move he gets. Or who knows. And the move that I talked about, I apologize. The trimmer of the fear trimmer that he gets that goes at the opponent, that is actually a gear specific move. I am sorry. The meter burn for the regular fear shield is a second fear shield. I apologize. I misinformed there. That is on me. I was just so used to seeing it that I forgot that it was a gear specific. It was a gear move specific, not a normal thing that he gets. And now they're loading up the third loadout, which makes him look like a real crow. He's got a long extended nose. He's got there's a bird's eye on his hook. He's got these floating pieces of shorn, torn up cloth coming off of him. It just looks really sick. It looks really nice. I'm really interested in the gear you can get for Scarecrow. So let's see what happens. All right, so what does he get in this one? We're seeing this really cool gear set. To me, I prefer the bones. Not the bones on the arms and stuff, but that's just me. I think bones make him look more menacing, look more scary. Alright, so let's see. Oh, okay, so there's he can summon fear gas underneath the opponent, which is really cool. It just like this I believe it's tracking. It tracks the opponent and hits them with fear gas, and that stuns them for another run-in combo potential. So lots of cool combo potential with this character. I'm really excited to play as Scarecrow. Really excited to play as Scarecrow. And I believe they do his super once more to show off the. Let's see, can this attack be meter burned? I don't think it can. From what I understand, I don't think the attack can be meter burned. The starter for his super is he tears the hole. He opens up a hole with his hook, and actually hits you with the Scarecrow with crows that come out of the hole. So if you're not expecting it, then it's really. I love that grab too, that dual breaking the bones grab type of thing. And they do show his super here again. And what I like about his super is that whatever gear you have on the Scarecrow, that's the big Scarecrow that you're gonna see, because it drags you into the Scarecrow realm, the fear realm or whatever, and it's a big Scarecrow that you're on his hook of, and he just slams you to either side and throws you into the grave. And whatever gear you have on, that's what you see. So that's cool. Alright, so that is Scarecrow. I'm excited to see Scarecrow. I hope you are too. Did you like this video? Do you like Scarecrow? Are you excited for Scarecrow? Are you not? Leave in the comments if you're not. Leave in the comments if you do like Scarecrow. Why? What are you most excited about? I'm excited to see his interactions. I like his voice. He is voiced by Robert Englund, who played Robert Englund? Robert Englund. I want to say it's Robert Englund. Englund. I believe it's Robert Englund, the dude who played Freddy Krueger. Yeah. Supposedly. I want to say. Oh yeah. Robert Englund voices Scarecrow. So yeah, the guy who was Freddy Krueger, the original Freddy Krueger, voices Scarecrow. So that's awesome. That's a really good fit. The voice sounds really nice. The character looks really good. The effects coming off of him look really good. He's got the uniqueness with because I wondered how they were gonna have him fight, because Scarecrow doesn't really fight, but they implemented the hook so that helps in that area. A premiere skin I'm looking forward to, because I'm trying to add a premiere skin into all of these. I forgot one for Gorilla Grodd, but I want to see Solivar. So there's that one. I forgot one for Gorilla Grodd. I would love to see a Solivar premiere skin for Gorilla Grodd. But for Scarecrow, I want to see if it's not if it's not a gear set we get. I would love to see a Sinestro Corps version of Scarecrow. I would like to see an Arkham Knight version of Scarecrow, maybe voiced by the guy who did the Arkham Knight Scarecrow. So leave your thoughts in the comments, but you know how this goes. You guys have been Super Friends. I've been a Super Sick Super Dude. And until next time, guys, this is Super Dude saying up, and don't be afraid. Up and away. Scarecrow, guys. See you next video.